this is Kurt with the Kuhl Odyssey coming to you today from Lander, Wyoming. Wanted to talk to you about a new product that I've got on board that I started to use this last month. So, as many of you know, I now travel by myself, just me and my dog Cece, and we prefer to do a lot of things that take us off grid, in other words, out of cell coverage. We like to get out in the Jeep, we like to hike, we like to mountain bike, and these activities, even just camping sometimes, take us out of areas where we have cell coverage. So I've had several family members and friends voice concerns about our being out on our own and them not being able to reach us, or more importantly, me not being to reach out if there is some sort of emergency or problem. So kind of was looking at what solutions there were out there to solve this problem, and I came up with the one I think is going to work for me, and I wanted to share a little bit of information about it. So what I've picked up is the Garmin InReach Explorer Plus, and what this basically is, this unit is a handheld GPS unit, but how it differs from other Garmin units is this actually is a satellite communicator. So this unit actually works with the Iridium satellite system and allows two-way communication with family, friends, anyone you need to, via normal text messaging. Not as fast as normal text messaging. The messages can take 5-10 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer to go back and forth, but it does allow you to communicate with others when you're in areas where you don't have cell phone coverage. And on top of that, it also is a direct link to emergency responders. In case there is an emergency and you're somewhere where you can't get in touch with anybody, this will reach out via the satellites directly to search and rescue, and they have the ability to communicate with you two-way as well via the text messaging. And on top of that, when you have a subscription with Garmin, which is required, and I'll talk to you about that in a moment, you actually have all of your emergency contacts and information stored with Garmin. So when you send out an SOS for search and rescue, Garmin also has the ability to contact your emergency contacts to let them know something's going on and what's happening. And since it is a GPS unit, it gives search and rescue your exact location. And as I mentioned, one thing about this unit, since it does work on the Iridium satellite system, it requires a subscription in order for it to work at all. So you do have to have a subscription, and what I'm going to do is jump over to a video here in a second and show you what the different subscription plans are that are available. But I also wanted to hit on the cost. This isn't the cheapest thing to carry around. This unit's $449, and I searched around, and at the time of making this video, there really wasn't any discounts or any way to get it any cheaper than that. So I did pay the $449. So what I'd like to do is jump over and show you a little bit about the communication plans that are available for the Garmin InReach. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you here on the screen about the subscription plan. So it's important to note that in order for the InReach to work, since it does use the Iridium satellite system, you do have to have a service plan in order for it to function at all. Otherwise, the unit basically won't do anything. So they offer 4 different basic plans and then 2 different ways to pay for them. They have the monthly Freedom plan, which is listed here, and then the annual plan. So with the Freedom plan, you can actually just turn it on for a 30-day period if you're going to go out somewhere where you're going to need communication. The annual plan, you're paying a monthly fee every month, regardless of whether you use the unit or not. So you can take a look here at the 4 different plans they offer. And if you need to look at it in more detail, just pause the video. But I'll just say that I chose the recreation plan, and I'm doing the annual contract because I'm going to be using the unit most likely quite often. So with the recreation plan, I get unlimited SOS, which hopefully I never have to use that at all. You get 40 regular text messages, which these are regular two-way communication with someone if you need to text somebody or if they need to text you. The preset messages, which I'll talk about a little bit later, which is the main thing I'm going to use the unit for, is unlimited. And then the tracking intervals, so if I turn the unit on and tell it to track me, every 10 minutes it's going to make a point on the map. And I'll show you a little bit later how people can see the map and see what's going on and where I am. Unlimited tracking points and unlimited pings, so if someone goes to my site they can actually hit a button and find out where I am if I do not have tracking turned on. So they'll be able to see on the map exactly where I am. And then I can get one text message for basic weather. And then if I want premium weather, it's going to cost me $1 each time. And each text message is 50 cents if I go over the 40. Don't really think I'll go over the 40, so I think that it's probably going to work out fine. And so I'm paying basically $25 a month for the peace of mind of having the InReach with me and people being able to reach me or me being able to reach other people, as well as the emergency responder type features as well. So this basically covers the plans and the features. So now we'll go back and talk a little bit more about how I'm actually going to be using the unit on a regular basis. Okay, so now that we've seen the costs and kind of what's involved, now I'd like to just get into a little bit of the nuts and bolts about how I intend to use the InReach. So first and foremost, anytime I go out and do anything, whether it's going to be in the Jeep or hiking or mountain biking, I'm always going to take the unit with me. So it won't be powered on, but I'll have it with me. So if for some reason I should get injured or anything that I need to get in touch with someone, I'll be able to flip it on, even if it's just text messaging someone that, hey, I need some help. I'm hoping I don't have to go as far as using the emergency responder portion of it, but that's always there. So I'll always have it with me. And the second thing that I'm going to use it for is letting family and friends know when I'm going to be out of service. So number one, what I did is I compiled my list of immediate family and close friends that requested knowing what's going on and being able to keep tabs on me. So I've reached out to each of them and explained that I have the unit, explained the function of the unit, and my main usage is going to be using the preset messages. So as we talked about when I was looking at the plans, you're allowed to have 3 preset messages. So I basically have come up with 3. My first preset message basically says, hey, I'm going to be going out of cell coverage for a while, and if you need to reach me, you can text me via my Garmin page. And in that message that goes out to all my friends and family, which it's going to go out to their email as well as text message, they will get my preset message telling them I'm out of service, as well as a link to my Garmin InReach page. And I'll talk in a moment about what the Garmin InReach page looks like. But from that page, there's a lot of different things they can do. The second most common preset message I'm going to use is telling my friends and family that I'm back. So basically, when I get done with being off grid, whether that's for a day or 2 weeks or a week, however long it is, I send my secondary preset message, which basically says, hey, I'm back in cell coverage now, I'm turning off the Garmin, so now you'll be able to reach me via normal ways. I did enter a third preset message, which basically is something I could use at the end of each day, just to check in at the end of the day to say, hey, I'm good, day's over, but I'm safe at camp. Don't know if I'll actually use that one or not. So basically the 2 main messages I'll use are the I'm out of cell coverage and I'm back in cell coverage. And then the entire time that I'm out of coverage, I will keep the unit powered on. So that means I'll have the ability to contact people. People will have the ability to contact me. People will have the ability to find out where I am. I can set the unit to track on a 10-minute basis where I am. So if people want to follow back up on that map, some people may be more interested to keep track or not. So what I'm going to do now is kind of give you an idea of what my Garmin map page looks like, so you'll see what my friends and family are going to get when I send them these preset messages. Okay, so now we'll talk a little bit about what the people who are on my preset message list actually receive from me. So basically what you're looking at here is my Garmin InReach page, which has all the information that goes out when I send a preset message. So when a message goes out and people click the link in the message, this is where it's going to take them, is to this page. And as you'll see here, right now, this blue arrow, I turned the unit on today. So right now I'm in Lander, Wyoming, and it shows where I am right now. But if you look down here, you can see that there's a couple of blue boxes. And so I've had the unit a little over a month, and I have had one time already where I was out of communication for a couple of days. So I can kind of show you what happens. So if you click on this blue box, it'll show right here So on July 26th, I sent a message out to everyone that told them I'm here, I'm going to be out of cell coverage, and it gives them the link to my page. And when they click on that link, this is where it'll take them. And this message will basically allow them to send a text message, so they can actually text message me directly from the map if they need to for any reason. And if they click on this button here, this will actually give them the opportunity to request my location if they want to see where I am beyond where this blue sign is. And then you'll see down on this other blue box, so on July 28th, I sent another preset message, which is my second message, which basically tells people that I am heading back into normal cell coverage, and I'm going to be turning off the Garmin InReach, and they can reach me in the normal way. So basically this map will populate with any messages that I send, and those will show over here on the left hand side. But the most important thing is when I send a preset message out, people are going to get a link to this page and be able to tell where I am. My plan right now is to always leave the unit turned on, powered on, when I am out of cell coverage, so that if someone does need to send me a text message anytime while I'm gone, they can either go back to the preset message that they receive via text or email, or come right to this map, click on the blue box, click on this little icon right here, and they can actually send me a text message if there's some reason they need to reach me right away while I'm out of service. So this is generally what people are going to see when they log in from the preset message that I send them. So I basically set up 3 preset messages, one that tells people I'm going to be out of service for a while, and then another preset message that tells them I'm back in service. I did set up a 3rd preset message. You are allowed to have 3, which basically I thought about possibly using it if I'm going to be out for a week. That message basically is something I can send each day that says, hey, end of the day, I'm at camp, everything's good. Haven't decided if I want to do that. My plan is not to bombard people with messages about where I am. The big thing is I just want to be able to let people know that I am going to be out of service, so there's a way they can reach me if they need to in an emergency, and then at the same time I have a way to reach people as well in an emergency situation. So this is basically the map, and eventually this will be populated with more and more information as I use the unit over the next few months. Okay, so having shown you the map software and you could kind of see what the people are going to see, that's kind of the bottom line. Is I was looking for something to give me a little bit of peace of mind and my family peace of mind, being able to know that when I do go out places where I'm not able to be reached via cell phone, there is a way I can be contacted, and most importantly for me, I have the ability to get help if I need it. So I think this is going to give me a ton of peace of mind. I've only had it for about a month. I've used it the one time so far, being out and actually sending my messages. I do have some more trips coming up where I know I'll be using it some more. But just being out mountain biking in some of the remote areas I've been, and knowing I had this in my pack just made me feel a lot more confident about where I was and what I was doing, and let me focus on the adventure and the fun I was having, and not worried about, geez, what if I crash my mountain bike and I can't walk? So that's the bottom line. Peace of mind. Is it cheap? No. But I don't know if you can put a price on safety, but I think this is going to work out very well for me. I'd like to thank you for watching the video. Be sure to check back in. I'll have more videos on work I'm doing on the Jeep, more RV travels, some more drone videos, and just general information about life on the road. Thanks for watching.